Previously, on Junior Adventurers League. After a much-deserved rest, our adolescent heroes approached the Hall of the Roper. After a bitter struggle with the door's unblinking guardian, they gained entry to the chamber and did desperate battle against the Roper inside, managing to pop free its eyeball before the creature exploded into green flame. Now, with 10 rooms mapped and all 3 ingredients gathered, there's only one task that awaits the junior adventurers before their final exam is complete, and Zarkozai the Behir is only too happy to accommodate them. The adventure begins on the 5th of Green Growth, year 559 of Kairosha's 4th Age. This is episode 32, Name of the Game.
Hello, my name is Kate, and I am playing Jrmi, the 12-year-old halfling bard with currently rainbow hair and a hat of disguise. And I am ready for today's challenge. Bless you, Cody.
Thank you. I'm ready.
Gesundheit. Thank you. Who's next?
Hey guys, I'm Heather. I play Valqwyn, a half-drow fighter in awesome, shiny, spiky armor with a beautiful lion's shield and a gorgeous, almost sentient sword. Mm. Oh, yeah.
Interesting. Great.
I am Cody Bushee, and I play Theodûir of House Thomel. He's 13 years old. He's a high elf. He's a sorcerer. He's really got it going on in the fashion department. And his hair is slicked back, and he's sometimes an asshole. Actually, a lot of times.
Most of the
He's
time,
like
an asshole.
59.
But he's got a heart of gold. He's an asshole with a rectum of
The
right.
rectum
Yeah.
of gold.
Deep
Anus of
down,
gold.
he probably does want to do the right thing.
A colon of
Wow.
gold. Yeah,
He'll never let you know
It's
it.
colon in there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Great. So yes, you guys have just defeated the Roper. Did we decide we want to take a 6-hour rest? Was that what that was the decision?
I think so, yeah.
So you have rested after 6 hours. Jrmi,
Yeah.
you receive a sending in the night.
Sending in the night.
Sending in the night. It is 5 words. Balmus's voice. Oh no, it's 6 words. Who is Mother Vorsha? Last warning.
Okay. Well,
Do you tell us?
I'll probably read it out loud, and then I'm going to figure out the words with you guys
Okay.
before I send this back. So here's what I'm thinking of sending.
Okay.
I'm not sending these yet. I'm just counting them on my hands.
Okay. Gotcha.
Don't trick me. Spider lady helped petrified party not with us now.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, you got
You could also
pizza
say she's
too?
dead. You could say we killed her.
We killed her. Well, I mean,
Is that not
but
believable?
you looked up, you remember, like, reading about Mother Vorsha, so she's a known entity, so it's strange that he would be asking, to be honest.
I had heard of
But,
her.
because, was it in one of your, like, school books, or was it in, like, one of your,
No,
like,
the
how
name
name
the
was-
name stuck in your
was because
brain.
of-
Like you
Got
feel like you
it.
should have
Yeah.
remembered it
But,
for
like,
some
did it?
reason. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's well known.
Right.
I mean, it could be. It's also been like a couple of hours.
That's true.
And you knowing that they have these resources, it's totally conceivable that like they could have figured out who she
Yeah,
is,
they just want us to tell the truth.
basically.
I like that,
So I think I'll say that. Like, Spider lady helped
Petrified.
petrified party. Period.
Not with us now.
No longer with us.
Yeah, still on bottom level.
No.
No.
Period.
Say we tricked her, maybe.
We escaped.
Or yeah.
Okay.
We
Yeah,
escaped.
I like that.
Yeah.
Is what I'll say.
Great. About 5 minutes later, there's a reply. Balmus's voice. When you say no longer with us, do you mean euphemistically, or is she? I mean, and like it ends up like not finishing. Is he like trying to like is she dead or?
He's like,
Like-
shit, I didn't think this through.
Don't know where she is now.
Boom.
Okay, cool. One more. Are you in danger?
Say
Not
hell no.
that we know of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, there's one last one. Priska, period. In the same way that Theodûir got the one, you could tell this is like Priska.
Well, like, not that we know of. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
As
You don't have to reply if you don't want
As far
to.
as I know, like,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
no, like
Great.
we tricked them. We're out of there.
We cut to like the Balmus is on the other side, like on his phone, and like there's the team of like professors like suited up and ready to go.
Yeah.
Like, what did she say?
Just like, is it time?
And then we cut, right? Like, he doesn't know the situation. Great. So you guys rest. 6 hours pass. You're attuned to all of your equipment.
Wait, can I reply and just say Balmus?
Yeah.
Period.
Question mark.
Balmus ellipses question mark. Like, is this Balmus?
I don't.
Who
I
dis?
probably don't understand. Like, I get what he's doing, but
New
at the same
sending,
time,
who
like,
dis?
but
Yeah.
as far as I know, we're fine. Like,
Right. But I'll tell you this though. He didn't call you Jrmi.
Right.
You know very well what it means when they use your actual
it's like-
name.
Yes,
Yeah, you
but
know.
also like as far as Jrmi
Right.
knows,
What can you
like,
do about it? Yeah.
She's not a threat.
It's more like
her.
you get the sense that he's like, maybe you're underplaying how much danger you're
Sure.
in, right? Like, so come on now, be
Sure,
honest.
But that's also my fault, is to not understand consequences.
Totally.
It's true.
Totally. No, that's fine.
Yeah.
No
I
judgment.
still do love where you
Um,
got Jrmi from.
Jrmi.
Jrmi!
Yeah.
Go back
Jrmi.
upstairs.
Got my room.
Playing D&D with my friends, Jrmi. Okay. So great. We are back. You guys have rested. You're back up to full. You're in the roper room still. Like carefully positioned between the traps. Like there's no way to put the hut up without putting some of the traps inside the hut. So like, because the room is the way the room is shaped. So like, are you putting them like which ones are in the dome
It's
with
probably
you?
the spiked ones,
Probably
which
the
are probably,
spikes,
like, at
because
the
then I can
end.
position around them.
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay, yeah. You wake up and Moss is like scratching himself on the spikes, right? Like trying to like get an itch like a bear, right?
He can't scratch.
Okay, great.
now.
You guys are all at full
I
health.
also like the idea that at some point, one of these rests, like, because if you leave the hut, you can leave, but then you can't get back in unless I let you in. So he left and he's just sitting out.
He ran out and then just like endlessly scratched on the door and whined.
But we
at
can't
you,
hear him, so
right?
we're just
yeah.
like-
Completely asleep.
Yeah. He spent one whole rest.
Just like sleeping
Just, like-
outside the door.
Try to come in.
I knew he was
Oh,
out there.
giant badger.
You woke up and saw him, but didn't say anything.
Like you're sleeping right by the door looking at him
So
and
the-
just smiling. Just
The
like,
shot is like it's dark, and you can just kind of see Moss scratching, and you're like, "Oh, poor Moss." And then they do the flip side, and like everyone else is sleeping, and you're lying in your bedroll, and your eyes are open, and you're looking
just
at him,
smiling.
and you're not saying anything.
You're
Yeah.
the one that threw a piece of jerky out there just to see what would happen.
just horribly evil.
No, none of this happened. This is Cody's character. He can do whatever he wants.
True, but I like that.
I
know,
love
I said
Theodûir
that.
so much.
He's like, I'm
I
gonna
mean, that's
have
true.
to
I
say
don't.
it.
I don't like to put things
I
on
said
you. I
it.
just think
I
it's
said
cute.
I knew he
Your
was.
character's
out
so
there.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I knew he was out there.
There's
He
so
gets
many
to be
shitty
the
people.
asshole.
Shit about it.
He's like, my best friend is outside.
Great. So you are awake. You have all your hit points, all your spells. Everything's good. Where do you go?
Are we gonna get hit by the fire trap again if we have to go through it?
I think it'll lock in place.
I think so, right?
Yeah, knowing where they are, you can jump
Yeah.
over them. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Just since there's no
Great.
like rope points in.
So do we know our plan? Like, can we have talked about our plan in our hut
Yeah.
while we were sleeping or whatever? So it's like, okay, so we want to have Zarko's Eye. We want to try and have him start the fight and say that we're going to sneak around to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
We'll put our thing secretly in this chest if we could find it, and
Yeah.
then try and help him or run away
Mhm.
because we don't want to pull the rope down there, right?
Yeah.
We want
We
to get
don't.
back up somehow.
Exactly.
What if we turn on him and fight?
He would be
with-
more difficult to defeat than the dragon.
He would be.
Because they're both.
I thought it was the
Neither of
opposite.
them
I thought
are
he was
nice.
slightly weaker and he needs us to.
No, they are evenly matched, but the Behir is a little bit higher ranking
They're
in our books.
Correct. The Behir, according to the monster manual,
Yeah.
the Behir is
CR11.
CR11, and the dragon is
CR9 because
CR9.
it's a younger
But the
dragon.
Behir can't
Yeah.
overcome the dragon because most of the Behir's power comes from its lightning breath, which the dragon is immune to.
Exactly.
Right.
So he just needs a little edge from us helping him basically to defeat it.
Neither of them are good,
Exactly.
so it doesn't.
Yeah. So like either way, they will try to betray us, whichever one we side with. It's just the dragon would be easier to take with the Behir.
So we could technically like try and sneak around and do our thing and attack from behind if we get there
Yeah.
in a fight, or we can just try to escape and everything. But I don't know our way out and where we would be in adjacent to.
We also don't know what the chest has inside of it. So you never know, like, if we put it in the dragon heart chest or whatever it is, like, if Gygax or something won't appear. So, like, just getting to that chamber and getting to the chest would be a good thing.
Yeah.
I will also make this point. You would know, looking at the monster manual and where you guys are, even if it's weakened, that Behir, even if it's like damaged, that Behir is still going to hit like a freight train, right? Like both the dragon and the Behir are well past your power level,
Yeah.
so you might be able to last a round or something like that, but it's very dicey. Just from a pure mechanics standpoint, these are monsters well above your pay grade.
So I feel like we have to try and put it in the chest and then maybe get out if we can.
Yeah.
Or if we help him defeat it, maybe we say we don't want any of the horde, just like bring us back up. But like that could be like a second option.
Yeah.
Doesn't it seem like he wants to kill us once the job's over?
Yes.
He might not care. It's not like we're a
his,
threat to him.
We don't want his horde or anything. Like we don't want anything. We just want to get out.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're basically, he doesn't know, but we're using him to get down there so we can put this chest in the chest.
Yeah.
So,
like he's maniacal, but he's not
we can maybe also
like conniving.
Trick him.
Yeah.
Mentally. I don't know. But I feel like that's a second option. I feel like we should try and like sneak out first, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah. No, I think we should try to sneak out. I just don't know.
Okay with it.
Worst case, I can always pop up my hut and we can figure out a backup plan. But
The hut takes 1 minute to
I would
cast.
I need to know that.
Yeah.
Well in advance if that's what
Yeah.
I do.
Well, I mean, we also could pull the rope while we're in there if we want to, because we don't have to mention anything about the chest. It's like, well, this Behir said he would only help us if we came down here and helped him defeat a dragon. So, like, even if they have to come and get us,
tricked
we
us
have a good
down
excuse.
there.
Yeah.
I guess.
So that way the secret would still be safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is our third option. Like,
Yeah.
or second or whatever. First, I don't care. We can just put the thing
One
in the
of-
chest
it's an
and then pull
option.
the rope and then be like, "Ah, we're done.
Come get us, save us from this dragon over here.
That's assuming we even get to sneak up and into the chest.
Yeah, that's true.
We could just be eaten.
Uh-huh. Or
Go
electrified.
away.
Don't know.
What's the plan?
Do we want to go to Zarkozai?
Just walk.
And just be like, all right, we're ready.
Do you have any last thoughts, Cody?
I don't. Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
I think we'll just have to see what it's like when we get there.
Yeah.
Too. A
Yeah,
little
so
bit.
I think we
it.
should just chat with Zarkozai for a minute and come up with a plan with him.
Okay.
Zarkozai,
Oh, God. Oh.
Yes.
good morning.
It is actually.
Okay.
Okay.
Good morning,
Good.
Zarkozai. Hi. Okay,
Hello.
we have our last thing, so we're ready.
How was your rest?
It's really restful.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
We're finished with our homework, so we're ready. But we wanted to come up with a plan before we go down there.
Oh, I have a plan.
What is it, though?
Do tell us every detail.
Fill us in.
Time will tell.
Okay,
We
so we're not
don't
super
like
comfortable with
that.
that.
Just starts to like laughing. I like so evil, intensely cartoonishly evil. Yeah, you can make a persuasion if you want to try to get him to tell you his plan, because he's very proud of how
I
secret
bet
it
he
is.
is.
I think one person's got to make
Yeah.
it here, right? Like who's gonna speak to him?
Probably me. I think I probably
Yeah.
have
At least initially.
Well, I'm helping, I
persuasion.
guess.
You're helping?
I just got an 18.
Okay.
If someone wants to help, then then that gives advantage. We can say the 18 was the second die roll. So if you want to roll, Jrmi, you can take the best of either yours or Val's.
Oh,
crit.
nat 20. A credit.
Great, cool, go for it.
Okay. So, boy, I'll be like, okay, I would love to hear your plan, and then I think if you want to hear our plan, we can come up with the best plan together.
A super plan.
Super plan.
So if you want to go first, and then I can say mine.
I was going to drop down on the dragon from the ceiling of the chamber, from where it's sleeping.
Okay.
You get a 20, so he doesn't tell you this explicitly, but you know that when he says I was going to, he means you were going to. That like he was basically going to put you in a position where you could drop down on him, drop down on the dragon, and then he would like follow after, right? Is what you kind of is the sense you get with your. Even though it was a persuasion, you rolled so well, you can tell like he's so obvious about like how he's sinister, right? So that was his plan, right? Was basically to sneak into the chamber the dragon's in, and then like have you guys drop down on him to start the fight, and then he would come in and support you. Because he's kind of suspecting about that breath weapon. He knows that breath weapon's going to be early.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so while I love the idea of sneaking up on... I have it. Shush. Thoraxicard. I love the idea of sneaking up on him. I think we should totally keep that. Here's sort of just knowing our strengths and our weaknesses.
You do have
We're very
weaknesses.
weak. Yeah, we're not nearly as armored as you are. Even
13
That's
years
cool.
old.
You're just so powerful,
So-
Darkazai. Did you say as old?
I'm a child and a man.
Yeah, I said
Help
I'm
me.
13 years old is what I said.
You just stared at him with what am I doing here? I'm 13 years
So
old.
we don't do so well coming from the sky because I just don't want us to like fall and mess it up or like, you know, like not be at our full strength. So is there a way we can sneak up on him from the ground, and meanwhile you come from a different direction and we can surround him?
The problem is, the dragon is amidst its hoard of treasure.
That would be noisy.
It would be very difficult to sneak across that, especially considering how particular the dragon is about where every piece of the hoard is. I had thought by crawling across the ceiling to cunningly avoid this dilemma.
Sure. No, that's
But-
smart. Yep.
But there are a number of pillars supporting the hall in which the dragon lairs. Could you climb down one of the pillars?
We could climb down one of the pillars, but I think we should get dropped off on one, and then you should go to the other side so we surround him. Because then he won't be expecting that. Okay.
One more persuasion.
Ooh, yeah, baby, get it.
26.
Great. Yeah, I want to talk about just for a second, like what this scene looks like. Like it's this little halfling girl
With
standing on the
rainbow
edge of this
hair.
like precipice, and this huge dragon creature
Yeah.
like looming over her, and like yes, yeah, like listening to you and taking all of your
I'm
notes
always
and being
sitting
like,
on the
"That's
ledge
good
and like kicking
feedback."
my feet, and I'm like,
your kick,
so
yeah, your feet are
I
dangling off.
think
You're kind
that
of
way.
like, so if it's a big room, yeah.
And Theo's in the back, just like
He's
in his
just like-
coat, just like I don't know. I'm like shining
13
my
years
armor,
old.
just like sharpening
some
the
reason,
sword.
when he
just
said,
glancing up.
You have weaknesses, I realized. I'm
I am
13 years old.
13.
I have 20
Yeah.
points.
I'm a boy.
AC of 16.
We are children.
I'm a child.
Prestidigitation.
What happened to my childhood?
Can that make noise? Prestidigitation.
Very
Minor
minorly. I don't think.
sound.
I think thaumaturgy is the one that makes like really
So you
big
don't have a
sounds.
big sound noise maker.
Prestidigitation. Dungeons and Dragons.
stuff
Looking
up.
up the
That
rules.
was ghost sound that would do like or whatever.
right.
That would do those big.
Yeah.
And that's a
Um,
really spell.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
I was
have,
like, I haven't
I
seen
have an
that.
idea, guys.
You what?
I have an idea. I'll message it to you.
It says you create an instantaneous, harmless sensory effect, such as a shower of sparks, a puff of wind, faint musical notes, or an odd odor. So you can make like a quiet sound, but you couldn't make like a boom.
Okay.
That's thaumaturgy.
Fine.
So I can make some kind of signal if you wanted to.
So, I know we looked this up last time, but message, like, if I message each of them individually, he won't hear it.
I think it's an action each,
Yeah.
and he
Yeah,
can't
it's
hear
just a little
it. Yeah.
whisper in our ears.
So maybe if we're okay with that plan enough, when we, like, travel on him, I want to message you guys.
Cool.
More of a plan.
That's cool.
If that
Great.
works.
But you got a 26 to convince him to separate,
Yeah.
right? That
yeah,
way.
so he'll go on one side,
Yeah,
and he'll drop us on one side, and then he'll go the other side, and then I'll say, and then wait for,
Pincer maneuver.
yeah, and then we'll have like a signal, and we'll, yeah.
What signal?
You'll know.
You'll
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
You'll
we'll
know the signal.
yeah. Yep.
I like
Yeah. This is the best team ever.
good. The best team
Hands in.
ever.
He'll have his like one.
Put your
little
hand out.
scale.
This huge, like
Boom.
scaled.
It's like
paw,
4 times
yeah,
as big
comes
as
down.
she is.
Yeah.
Are you ready to depart now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go through that Starbucks again.
Yes. Dark bucks. Isn't it
Dark
It's Dark Bucks.
Dark bucks.
Again, it's like the woman, but it's a mind flayer woman, like on the
With
mermaid
like
or whatever.
pearl earrings for women.
Dark Bucks. I love Dark Bucks so much. Okay, great.
You gotta have.
So he'll kind of like stretch his neck out. That way you guys can like crawl up onto his sort of carapace
Yeah.
that goes back. Great. You guys can find positions. Moss is a little hesitant to go, but he will. He's kind of like, it's a big monster.
I think I just grab him by the nape and like pull him up.
Yeah, throw him up. Okay, great. So then Zarkozai will kind of like slide down and through the dungeon. Once again, you go through this kind of dizzying, what was I going to say? This like dizzying sort of series of different chambers. You actually don't pass through Darkbuck, so you're going in a different direction, but you do pass through like Bed, Bath and Beholder or something like that, right? Some other chain store that like doesn't have a hole in it, so he and bursts his way through.
I love it.
Right, and someone's like, "Would you like a free sip?" Ah! And then like the thing with the here slides
Beholder
by.
is like the CEO, and he's just like his eyes instantly all go to us.
Yeah, whoa.
There's no expiration date on this coupon. It should be.
It should still be good. Yeah. But he eventually kind of comes out and like he'll stop like in one of these cracks between one of the levels and sort of turn back to you. And then starts to like slide like a centipede out. He kind of inverts and you guys are like hanging onto him as he goes upside down. And he crawls out onto the ceiling of this massive chamber. Think of that scene in Fellowship of the Ring when they're in Moria. They go into the Dwarodelph, like that big, huge hall with all the pillars, right? It's like that. It's not quite so big, but it's that kind of a design where it's like a high ceiling and there are these 3 big pillars that are supporting the room. Looks like there were 4, but one of them is broken. And so the creature kind of goes like skittering across at the top. I need perception checks then to see what's in the room. Yeah, you can roll, Jrmi. It's a little bit dark, but there's like some light coming up from below.
19.
14, you said?
21.
19. Oh, great. So you guys can all see there's like a faint red glow coming from below you, and as Zarkozai kind of like weaves between the pillars like a serpent on the ceiling, you can see this mountain of treasure. But what's cool about it is that it's all like red in various different shades. You see rubies, you see like red gold, you see bloodstones, you see garnets. Like it's all specifically red items spread everywhere. It's though whatever has amassed all this treasure has some sort of obsession with the color red. Most saliently, however, kind of in the middle, curled partially around, like classic Smog style, like sort of partially buried, partially exposed, is a huge slumbering creature. Probably the first thing you notice is that like sound of the dragon breathing, right, coming in and out. And you can see like a bit of blue skin here and a folded wing there and the edge of the tail. And then you see like 2 sort of plumes of like exhaust or like steam kind of coming out of its nostrils that are exposed. Every once in a while the room is lit by like a crackle of just like electricity that's kind of ambient in the room. Who got the highest here? You can see like in the center of the creature, like it's kind of wrapped around this sort of mound. Like right there in the middle of all of it is a big chest, approximately this big, kind of glossy red stone that's like obviously kind of shimmering and like almost like a gemstone. It's carved out of a huge gem, but it's clearly a chest in design, and it's sort of centered in the middle of all this treasure.
Is there a pillar close
You would
to it?
imagine it's the bloodstone chest. No, it's like equidistant from all 3 of the pillars, right? Because it's in the middle.
The pillars,
of course. I mean, come on.
The pillars are so just so I'm imagining, right? There were 4. So are they almost like? Is it like a 4, like the 4 on the die for a 6-sided die? Is the room like that?
Yeah,
you know
exactly like that.
But one of the pillars
one of them
gone.
is busted.
Yeah.
So one of the pillars like it has like a top and a bottom, but the middle section
gone.
is smashed out.
Which,
but there are 3 of them that are still intact, and they're what's holding the room above. And Zarkozai is kind of like is big enough that most of his length kind of stretches the room, so he's kind of woven in between all the pillars on the ceiling, probably about 60 feet from the ground where the dragon is.
Wow. And the dragon's in the center of the room.
So Dragon's in the center. So any one of these 3 pillars will
Gotcha.
work fine. It doesn't particularly matter which one you climb on. They're all about equidistant from the chest. Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you, and then if you want to do the broken one in particular, let me know. But otherwise, the other ones all connect, right? And he'll kind of look back at you and like point.
Which
The
one?
broken one.
Did you want to send a message?
The broken one might be nice
Jrmi?
because then we can like stand on it maybe, or like instead of just
And like do ranged stuff, yeah.
pillar, we can like.
There will be like a 20-foot drop, so it's like 20 feet and then 20 feet of open air and then 20 feet of
Got
water.
it.
So if you got climbed down, you'd have to drop a
That's
little bit,
true.
and then you could stand on kind of the broken
Yeah.
piece
So I
of
don't know
it.
if
Yeah,
that's better
sure.
or not. I was just gonna say like in message to each of you, like I want to try and create wherever Zarkozai ends up. I want to try and create a big noise, or you like use the ram ring to try and like make
his
some sort of
attention that
commotion like around him, or even on the opposite side of wherever he ends up. So it's like him, us, this third
Big
angle.
noise. Okay, yeah.
Big noise. Big
So then
noise.
big noise.
The opposite of all of us.
I can't make a big noise though.
I know, but so I was like, maybe I can just use one of the Rams things and just try and push like some of the gold or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Things you guys have that I know make big noises. Obviously, the shields and shatter also make a big noise, but those are spells and abilities you might want to use in combat. I mean, so is the ram.
I also have a flare. I could just like light a flare and
flare
throw
might
it or
work.
something.
Oh yeah, especially if it's red.
It's like I love red so much I'm gonna jump into fire like that. Yeah,
But
fire.
at least just to get it on the opposite side or
To get it away from the chest,
Yeah.
kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Or just like
that.
a distance away so we can like ambush it, kind of.
Yeah, but for now we have to just like get on a pole.
Who's got
and
the
then
package?
Slide down it. So. Me.
She's got the package. She's got the box.
Jrmi has the package.
Why?
He still wants to open it.
No, not.
It's like, I was just wondering if I can hold it for like a minute.
Well, I'm just wondering.
So Moss is not a great climber.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can probably make it happen. We'll just sort of hand wave it. That's fine. I was thinking about he's a badger. And he's like clinging to. Yeah.
If he was moss, he could still have spider climb, but not anymore.
He's not. He's badger
No,
moss.
yeah.
We
Badger moss don't got nothing.
like badger moss. It's okay.
Badger moss
I
is
like
really
Badger Moss.
entertaining.
Were you thinking you could mirror image yourself with the chest or something? Or?
No, not with the chest. Well, with the package, and then like
Oh, and then do a football maneuver.
that kind of stuff.
We have like a
Yeah,
board with
yeah.
X's and O's on the
Sure.
back of Zarkazai the whole time. All right, so you have over here. Here's the pillars.
Okay, so you need to go there.
So if we there you go,
You
perfect.
do the out route.
Right,
5 yards out, right?
Sports talk for D&D players.
Here comes Cody's actual football
know.
knowledge
Here
that
it
we're
comes,
all
ready?
left in the
You're
dust.
gonna be in the
Yeah.
slot, and you're gonna run that hitch route, all right? And then you on the outside are gonna run.
And
the
then there's a
post over the
basket on
top,
that
right?
side.
Hopefully, safety will drop down.
All right. Which
Is he speaking common?
which
back
pillar
in.
do we want to be on?
Sorry. Oh, Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, I don't know what came over me.
Where am I? Oh, right.
Vikings.
So they're wagons
great.
from a lucid dream.
Yeah, I like that plan.
From a fugue.
Trying to get the dragon away. So
Yeah.
if we also tell, I think once the Behir is the Behir. Yeah,
Zarkozai.
yeah. Well,
You got it.
once he's in the fight, I wonder if the dragon's gonna focus on the Behir.
He's going to deal the most damage, so
right.
probably.
So like,
Probably.
if we get the Behir to just be in one corner, right? Maybe just hug one pillar.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll kind of work too. I don't know.
Yeah, I think if we hug a pillar, he goes into
Yeah.
whatever corner he's in.
He
we
hugs
make a
another
big
corner.
noise in the opposite side. The dragon will either wake up and like go to that noise and like
Which is his side, is what you're saying?
either his side or not. I mean, like yes, his side. If we do it on, I'm worried if we do it on his side
He'll
that
get
like
mad and
he'll just turn on
drunk.
us
Yeah,
too and just
exactly.
be like, "Fuck you."
Well, here's what
guys."
I'm thinking with that. So what if I sneak over to the Behir side and make the dragon fight me and the Behir? Because I'm kind of hard to hit with my mirror image and stuff like that.
He's got a flame breath or like an electricity breath, so even if you have all of your like,
It'll be like
it's
half
such an
damage,
area of
maybe.
effect sort
Yeah,
of
yeah,
thing, you'll
yeah,
get hit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay.
Like I know that the
Okay.
breath weapon is probably going to be his first form of defense. So whoever he turns to first is going to be that, but it recharges as far as I know for dragons. Yeah. I mean,
Consulting
Not
the
getting that-
manual.
No, but you know that,
Yeah.
right? Like you studied
Exactly.
this. Like I feel like Val in particular like audited a bunch
Yes.
of dragons.
I'm
Right?
just
Right?
like,
You're like
and then-
someday I'm gonna kill myself a dragon.
going to have
Yeah.
a like dragon head trophy all by myself.
That is a very accurate description of how dragons work. Like you can trust Val's intel on that. Yeah.
So I mean, like I can do the ram's head thing towards where Zarkozai is, and maybe the dragon will wake up and start fighting him. It's just I just don't want him to also immediately turn on us and be like,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
like if I can make it appear like we're not trying to get the dragon to go, like we're trying to put him in a different direction, but that doesn't also mean that he's going to start fighting it as soon as the dragon wakes up. But I'm hoping the dragon will see him there and be like, "Hey,
You know, I also had
you
another
again."
thought just now. But if we're all spread out, then the dragon's going to have a hard time picking where to spread that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like if we're not in one group,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Then it'll,
The dragon might just wipe us out. Just be like, "Boom, you guys are done."
Yeah.
And then I'm going to fight the Behir. I don't
But
know.
we basically probably like if we're spread out, we'd have one round each of hits from it before we're like,
I know.
you know,
Yeah.
That's true.
which is also the scary thing.
Yeah.
Does either of you have minor illusion?
No.
I was gonna say if you did, you could make like a little person that looks like a culprit in one corner where the sound came from. But
All of Theodûir's spells are very selfish.
It's like a perfect copy of Martin Freeman. Right?
Yes.
Like sneaking around. Like it's just Bilbo exactly. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I could just be Bilbo, but
You could.
Right, but then he just attacked you.
so that's
Like,
Or just be
I don't
very
think this dragon's gonna be
confused.
like, oh, Martin Freeman, I love you.
oh,
You're so good in Sherlock, and like over there. Right? Like,
whenever you cry in a movie,
sorry,
I have to cry.
I have a pen. I only have red. Would you mind signing in red?
And a red pen.
I mean, I could light a flare and just
can't see it.
chuck that.
I'm okay with that, yeah, because that'll be like, it won't wake it up necessarily, so you want to do the noise and then the flare?
I might do the flare first because that might not wake it up, and then the
Yeah.
noise.
Okay.
But if we can, like, you have the best strength, right?
Mhm.
I might need you to throw it.
I'll toss it. I will toss that flare.
Okay, so we need to go on a
Cool.
pillar. Is there a pillar that's like kind of behind where he's facing?
Sure. Yeah.
Let's go
That's
on
fine.
that pillar.
Cool.
And then we have to shimmy our way down, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you gotta climb.
as soon as we
So it's 60 feet. What is everybody's speed?
30.
25.
Okay, so you can climb at half speed. We'll just round you up, Jrmi. It's easier that way. You can climb at half speed, so it will take 4 checks to make it to the floor. That's in combat. So if we're out of combat, I'll just say it's 1 check because it's just easier to do that more cinematically. If we're doing it round by round, then you have to go down. But I assume you don't want to wake it up until
Correct, yeah.
you get all the way down. Okay. Okay. So there is a chance as you climb down, you could wake it up, and then we'll roll into initiative at that point because someone could fall or make a noise or something like that. Because it isn't just about climbing; it's also about
Exactly,
stealth.
yeah.
That is the other question here.
We're great at that.
Okay.
You guys are.
Yeah. Zarkozai, actually, I rolled his stealth when he first came into the room. He got a crit on
Oh,
his stealth check, so he
hell
does
yeah.
not make noise. You get the sense that like he's been
He's done
like
this.
scouting this
Yeah.
room a bunch. Like he knows exactly where to put his
Yeah.
hands and things. Like all he has done for the past like decade is plot how to kill this dragon, right? Like so he's like just like excited. All of his like quills are out. He's like, I'm doing it. It's happening.
I finally have someone who can do it with me.
Exactly. Great. So you guys can clamber off onto one of these pillars. So I will need a stealth check, and I will need an athletics check. A strength athletics.
Ooh, All right.
Great. Awesome. Here's my stealth. First roll.
Don't forget, you also have your nat 20s.
I don't.
And you have your healing if you haven't used them. Cody used both of his, but the rest of you guys, in case you're just tuning in, Shadowner, one of our patrons, donated us a bunch of money to help us out.
My stealth.
Oh boy.
I feel like I held Moss so that he doesn't have to.
You're holding on to Moss? Cool. Because that's...
Like, he
That was
wouldn't
not
be easy
good.
to
You rolled
climb
a 1
down
and a 3,
anyway,
yeah.
So, like, I feel like I kind of, like, tied him onto me somehow with a leash
Okay.
so that he just can just be, like, kind of on my shoulder or something. Yeah.
Okay,
Because I
great.
got 23 in stealth, and then athletics, I got a 24.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh no.
not good. Not good. My stealth is a 15.
So how we doing on stealth? We have 1 success on a stealth,
I
for
got
sure.
an 18 on the stealth.
My stealth
Great.
is 15.
Okay. That's good. How we doing on athletics?
24.
14.
Cool.
Mod 1.
Okay. Ooh. All right, so Theo, I want you to take a d6 and roll the d6 for me, please.
A 1.
Oh, that's actually good
Okay.
in this case. So you don't lose your grip until you're 10 feet above the
Okay.
gold. Like you manage to make it most
Yeah.
of the way
Okay,
down,
great.
but that's where you kind of lose it and fall. So you will take roll that d6 for me again, actually.
6.
6. Okay, you take 6 bludgeoning damage. You
I'm
come down in the gold. Unconscious. You come down in the treasure, and it makes a big sound. So I'm gonna give the dragon another perception to try to hear you. What was your stealth,
15.
Theo? 15. Okay. It shifts. You get like a better look at its like big blue face. So blue dragons, if you guys haven't seen them before, they have like a big kind of like rhino horn is their big thing. So they're blue scale, but they have like kind of yellow accents. So it's like a big yellow rhino horn in the center of its face, and it has like the big frills that go back. And you know, kind of like a gaunt, like skull-like visage. And it kind of like shifts, and it like yawns, and you see all of its teeth, and its like frills stick out, and there's like lightning, and then it like buries its
Aw,
face
cute.
the gold. Yeah, did not
Cute.
wake up.
Yeah.
adorable.
Cool. It is cute, and then you're like, oh,
They might kill us, but it's adorable.
oh, you're lawful evil, Jrmi. Great. Zarkozai has disappeared. You do not know where Zarkozai went.
Oh, crap. Well, that's kind of helpful because then I can just make the noise wherever.
Right,
because
you wanted him to go to another corner.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like,
But
that
if I
was
don't
the
know which
idea.
corner
Okay.
he is,
so
then I don't feel bad about making a noise somewhere and then being like, I don't know where you went.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
shit.
just too good at stealth.
Okay. Great. Awesome. You guys are all down there in and amongst the
Awesome.
gold. What do you want to do?
So, do we want to do another like round of stealth checks to try and like hide in the gold and then have you throw the flare? Do you
I
think?
do.
And then see if that wakes him up, and if not, then I can make a ram noise.
From a metagame perspective, and you would know this, that gold is super nasty.
Yeah.
So you're going to get disadvantage on any stealth check made in the gold. So right now you're hidden. If you try to move
Okay.
again, you're going to have to make another I mean, you're probably going to have to move
Right.
anyway because you guys are like kind of down on the base of the pillar. But just so you're aware, stealth checks have disadvantage.
Yeah, I don't want to move from that
And
base.
so when because I have that stealth thing, when I stop moving, is it just cancel, or how does that work?
In this case, it doesn't really help
Okay.
you because that's a visual
Okay.
thing. This is all
Got
auditory.
it.
Basically, the dragon right now is getting disadvantage on its perception checks because it's asleep.
Got it.
And it can only hear through sound that it's sleeping anyway. But a loud enough noise, right?
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
kind of thing, can wake it up.
Okay.
Uh,
So do we
great,
want
what
to
do
throw
you
a flare?
Yeah.
Do it now.
How far away is the other pillar to us? Any of them?
So the chamber is probably about 100 feet long. It's kind of like a long corridor. I would say the pillars are about like 25 feet apart in that
Okay.
case. Yeah. So if you're on one of them, there's a pillar like south and a pillar like west from you, each 25 feet. And we'll say the one to the west of you is the broken pillar.
Okay. So we want to throw it towards the broken one?
Which way is his face facing? Sorry.
His face is facing towards the broken
Okay, then yeah, let's throw it towards the broken.
because you want to come down on the other side
Yeah,
of the dragon.
Let's throw it towards the broken.
And it's a her, technically. It's a female dragon.
Awesome.
Thraxocar.
So let's throw it towards
Yeah.
the broken one.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay. Do me a favor and roll me a d4 Jrmi. And then you can make a strength athletics toss if you want.
4.
Okay.
I only got a 10.
Really?
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty easy to toss. Maybe it doesn't go as far as you want it, but it goes in that
Okay.
area. What does like a magical flare look
Yeah.
like? Because I don't think it's like an actual like car
Just
flare,
imagine a
right?
gun,
Like I feel
but
like
it's not it, obviously.
Oh, a flare
Yeah.
gun. I think it's something that you break and then throw, and it like shoots a bunch of like colorful sparks.
Yeah,
in the
that makes
air, and
sense.
it goes
That's
like
awesome.
flying. And it like lands in the gold. The dragon comes up out of the gold, just kind of opens its wings and starts to kind of like stalk towards it. Let's roll.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and.
Yeah, kind of. The flare hits the corner and illuminates it, and you don't see Zarkozai, so you don't think you threw it in the corner
cool.
with Zarkozai. Ended up.
I'm gonna try and walk while it's walking.
Initiative
I like that,
15
yeah.
for me.
I got a 7.
Eat.
Great.
You, me, Jrmi.
Till the better end in 10 minutes.
Who got the best of the party?
I
I rolled
think
pretty
me,
dismally.
right?
Yeah.
15.
That was Theo.
What was
Yeah.
15? Okay, so it's gonna be Theo.
What'd Moss do?
Moss. Moss got a 17. Moss goes first.
Yeah.
Oh god.
First to die. Here he goes.
Here we go.
Into the throat of the dragon.
We wanted
Moss,
a distraction.
Theo, and then I got an 8 and a 6. One of you two got an 8,
got
I got an
right?
8.
What's your dex? It's better than the dragons. How'd
I
you
had
do,
7.
Val?
I don't know. Moss might
7,
not go
okay.
after the dragon. Like he was pretty scared to get on Zarkozai because he was so huge. Like
It's true.
he might have
Yeah.
the fear of gigantism.
Yeah, for real.
Uh-huh. For real, though. I shouldn't write dragon. I should write Thraxocar. They both have names. Thraxocar. Sorry, guys. I would start, but I'm Moss first. Thraxocar, and then Val, and then Zarkozai. Zarkozai actually got last. He's like too excited.
Yeah, I just nailed it. He's distracted, thinking about his plans.
So Moss, you have him, right,
Yeah.
Val? And you can just kind of feel him like wiggle himself in between you, and he's just trembling, like he doesn't want to go near the dragon. It's too big and too scary. Yeah, that's Moss's turn. So like you can, as a bonus action, tell Moss to go do something, but for right now, he's just
terrified.
way too
Okay.
scared. Yeah. Great, Theo. It's your
Okay.
turn.
Put the box on.
We're behind this pillar still, right?
You're near the pillar. I don't think you're
Okay,
behind
great.
it
We got
necessarily,
eyesight.
because of how you had to
we can
come
see this
down.
thing.
You can see the dragon. It's stalking away from you
I
towards.
think
the
I'm gonna
flare.
ready an action. I'm gonna ready a. I'm gonna ready. Yeah, I think I am. I think I'm gonna ready fireball.
so good.
Okay.
If
great.
it tries to attack us. Like if it turns its sights on
Okay.
us, I'm gonna like. But I don't want to. I don't want to draw aggro right now.
Yeah.
Draw aggro.
yeah.
Got it. Okay, cool. So then, give me a perception, actually, all three of you as well.
18.
19.
Jrmi? Okay, so the two of you then can see, and you were kind of watching it. Like, as Thraxikar gets up and starts to move away, there's like golden gems like spilling off of it. But through those the sort of falling rain of gems, you can see sitting there in the middle of that is the chest. Like it's basically left the chest and is like on its turn it will move away from it. But you think it has no concern about the chest. It doesn't care. It just happens to be there. So it will be unguarded once the dragon takes its turn.
Awesome.
Cool. So you have your fireball ready. Maybe it's like the orb has like the little kindle of fire in it,
It's just
like
ready
ready to go.
See it's illuminating my face. Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit of orange.
It's like that really gaunt.
Jrmi.
How far away are we from the chest?
You are about 50 feet away. It's in the center. Yeah.
Because I really want to try moving while it's moving. But
You have
would I know
like,
how good
advantage
dragon
on
hearing
stealth,
is?
too.
Pretty good. You would also, like, mechanically speaking, that's a little tricky to do because everyone takes their own initiative, right? But, like, for flavor reasons, that's fine if you want to try to scoot over there. Sure. You'll basically have to make a stealth check. It can still potentially hear you. Like,
You have that like.
You're gonna try to
advantage
drop
with
the
that.
package?
I think I'm going to try it and go over there while it's moving. I'm going to
Go
try
for
and
it,
head towards,
yeah.
sneak towards the chest.
Go for it.
Why not?
okay, so if you sneak, you're at half speed. So you could spend, which means you'd move, we'll say 15 feet. We'll be generous and round up for you.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Which means you can't get there your whole
Right.
round. Right? You'll take your whole round of just creeping to get there. But you could do that. Give me a stealth.
Oh damn.
We'll say this is your first move. Because like if it hears you, you might want to change your behavior, right? So let's say you take one move action to go there and see if you get noticed. And then we'll go from that point. Stealth with disadvantage. Although it cancels out because you have your thing. So just regular stealth.
16.
Cool. You're creeping along, and you are making noise. It's impossible to avoid making noise, but the dragon's footfalls
So much heavier.
are such, yeah. I mean, it's big. It's probably like the size of a carriage. It's not Smog, right? It's a large dragon, but it isn't like world-eclipsingly big. But you're also children, so. But it's stomping over towards the thing. It does not seem to notice you on your first move. You want to make another move?
Yes.
Okay, go for it. Another stealth.
15.
Okay. Yeah, you can make it. You're what? You went 15 feet. You're 30 feet. You're 20 feet away from the chest. Yeah. So again, you'd have to move twice to get there next time.
As
But,
a
yeah. Great.
hold on, I forget. Okay, I'm wondering if I can just use the hat to make myself in all red.
Oh, I like that. I mean, sure. Okay, I'm down with that. So if you turn everything on your body red, including your skin and everything, just like someone dumped red paint over the top of you, then I will give you advantage on your stealth
Next
checks.
time?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next time.
Perfect.
Yep. Cool. Because not only are you translucent when you stop moving, but then you're also the color of the camouflage.
That's
That's
awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
I don't think so. This is how I'm gonna say that works here because everything is
Right.
like expressly red. In other places, you can't like do a
Right,
camouflage
yeah.
pattern.
I
But
just
because everything's
figured
red, I
that's
like
easy.
it.
Yeah.
Cool. Thraxikar goes over to the corner and like looks at the flare and then comes up,
Oh God.
I've been duped.
throws its head around.
Well, thief, I smell you. I feel your air.
And like starts to turn around and starts looking across the chamber. Another round of stealth checks, please. Jrmi, you're fine with your 14.
It's the Hobbit, you guys. It's straight up.
Literally the line behind. Yeah. You actually can't be red yet because it takes an action to use disguise self. So you are regular color
don't
right
know.
now. You don't have to make a stealth, but
It was
you're
a
just where
16,
you were.
but then it
Well.
rolled in a dumb way, and it's
You have two
a
nat 20s.
it's a 6 for me.
I've won.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So there's that little bit of light. So we see the dragon's eyes like scanning across. It's maybe even like thermal vision or something, right? And it sees the red light of your spell. It rears back, lightning crackling up. Shoot your fireball, buddy.
All right, here we go.
There you go.
Shoot it.
Get
So
it.
it
you
makes
guys
a
on, like,
dex save.
And then
I just want you all to know
It
I
makes a
love
dex
you.
save. I'm pretty sure.
it made it.
You shout from your.
It's going
it's
to make what? What's your DC?
I messaged you.
I just want you all to know I love you.
Yeah, so it makes a dex save, right?
Love you too, Jrmi.
Yeah. What am I trying to
I'm
roll
sorry.
for here?
Yeah.
Your spell save DC.
14?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Should be.
Okay.
Oh, it just made it. It put a 10 plus its bonus
All
on
right,
the
cool.
die.
It gets
So it
half
makes
damage.
it takes half
So we
damage.
get these. What are these Ds?
So this will bloody it. So that's
D6s. It should be like 8 D6, I think.
2-round dragon, guys.
Okay.
Totally. Yeah.
That's
Like-
5. That's 12 plus 5 is 17 plus 27 plus 34, so 17 damage.
17?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Describe it.
I think it's one of those things where, yeah, like, I don't know, like, I almost imagine the wide, like, I imagine the wide shot, and it's like, this dragon is about to, like, just shoot all this electricity, but you just see, like, this little thing just hurl this fireball, like, at it, you know? Yeah.
Totally. It gets, like, lambasted and kind of peels back a little bit and then leans forward and, like a bolt of lightning, one bolt comes out. It doesn't spray, it's one target, so it's going right for you.
Here we go.
Give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
I'm pretty good at
You're good at
these.
Dex, yeah.
Oh, no. A 7.
Okay, yeah, you are struck.
I'm gonna get hit.
There's like a thunderclap, this huge sound that sort of shakes the chamber.
I can't donate one
let
of
me-
my nat 20s to you, can I?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Do you want one of my nat 20s to
I mean-
succeed on your decks?
Well, can
I'm
you
not gonna-
retroactively
I
do
mean,
it?
if you want to give it to me, I'm not gonna say no to that.
I will, yes, I'm looking at the amount of damage you're about to take, and I will
Take
let you.
it. Please take
Oh,
it.
God.
Please
Okay,
take it.
yeah, I'll take it. Yeah.
Crit that Dex.
Great.
shout out,
So
man.
describe this for me. Why do you avoid it? You're still gonna take. I'll say with a 20, you don't take any because it's 20.
Ooh.
Right. Yeah.
Thank you so much,
I think
Shadow Knight.
I think there's got to be some cool like
Yeah, Shadow Knight.
displacement, robot displacement thing going on.
Okay, cool.
So it's like,
It like moves you for it.
yeah, like the flame comes out and he reels back and the bolt's like coming at me, and for some, I don't know if it's like almost like a lasso thing, but it's like
Oh, sure. There's like a twirl.
there's like a twirl with the robe, and it's like I was there, but it goes through me like I wasn't there, and
And
I'm like
now
right
I'm not.
next.
Cool.
To it,
Yeah.
basically.
Great. Yeah. It blasts through. You would have taken 59 lightning.
I would have
if
died.
that had
my
hit
That's a
you.
kill.
Yeah, you would have. That would have been a straight up death
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
So it blasts and it hits the pillar, and the pillar is lit up with electricity going up and down. And the dragon just, like in fury. I just looked at my mic, like, it's like a wall of sound.
It's a dragon.
It's a dragon, yeah. So deal with that.
I like how it's a
listeners.
female dragon, too, but it's still just like, yes.
Yeah, how do you do like a, I'm a lady dragon.
You should all
They
die.
sound the same.
Yeah.
This was dumb. This was dumb. This was
And then
dumb,
you
this was
guys
dumb.
hear, after it does that, there's like a bolt of electricity, and kind of from the corner of the room, you see like purple flashes of lightning.
Okay.
That are not blue.
Uh-huh.
Great. Here we go.
Great, Val, it's your turn. So you're like next to this pillar that just went up like a lightning
Yeah.
rod.
I'm just gonna longbow it because I'm not getting close to it right now.
All right, we're fighting the dragon.
We're fighting the dragon. First attack's a 19. Oh, a second is a 22.
Great.
14 total damage.
Okay.
Oh wait,
Take
no.
that.
Sorry, 16 total damage. I didn't add the second.
Okay, cool. 16 is still pretty good. Yeah, so 2 shots.
I'm gonna aim for one of its
Um,
wings.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think you punch like 2 holes in the wing. You actually, the wings are like a little bit tattered. What was the total damage?
16.
16. The wings are a little bit tattered anyway, so like you still think you could probably fly, but you cosmetically,
Yeah.
right? You're like ripping holes in its
Like, why
wings. It kind of like beats them once to like sort of send more blood through them. Okay, cool. And it snarls. You think it's about to like open its wings and come flying like across the gold towards you, but purple. I guess did you want to move or are you? Good
I
where
am
you are?
standing right next to this pillar.
Okay, cool. Yeah, looking super cool. Like all your hair is frizzing out. Right, you're shooting right. But this purple lightning in the corner kind of crackles, and just like a purple bullet, this thing comes
Yay.
flying out of the darkness and strikes the dragon on the side.
Awesome.
Zarkozai and Thraxakar go kind of rolling.
Yeah.
Gold
Awesome.
is spraying in all directions. The chest disappears. So in the like rolling gold, the chest kind of gets tossed and is now not where it was. Now there's like kind of pandemonium in the rolling gold. But you see these like flashes of as treasure is going by, you see like limbs and armor plates and wings and teeth. Right, they're like 2 weasels kind of locked and like
2 awesome
They're huge.
giant weasels.
Yeah, exactly. Great. Okay, so I'm going to put them on the same initiative count, actually, at this point, because they're acting together. Great. So Moss is still terrified. Moss has, like, buried himself into the gold. And you can just see his little tail sticking out, like, trembling. Again, as a bonus action on your turn, if you'd like, you can give Moss an instruction, but otherwise he's just going to hide. And he'll stay near you, Val, so if you move, he'll move
cool.
with you.
Maybe he could help us find
Great.
the chest.
Theo, it's your
That's
turn.
what I was gonna tell him. Yeah.
My turn?
Your turn, Theo.
Great. I'm going to just keep firing at this dragon, you guys. I don't know if you guys are okay with that. Is that okay?
Yeah, do it.
Okay, alright.
Sure.
Uh,
Well, I mean, it's
Sure.
distracted right now, so I feel like we gotta find this chest.
I mean, that's true.
okay,
And
yeah,
I
yeah.
bite.
I'll do a perception check. Yeah, let's do a perception check.
But
I'll
I
try to look for
support
the
you.
chest.
Whatever.
Go for it.
Guys, get near me so that we can rope out.
Mod 10.
Okay, you cannot see it.
Um,
You could, like, move and make another
yeah,
one.
I'll do that.
Or, like, where you
yeah,
are, you
I'll
don't
run
see it.
closer to it where I thought it was.
Okay.
And I'll.
No longer trying to hide, I assume. You're just
No,
booking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the whole place is
Yeah,
up
yeah.
here.
I'm not stealthing
Go for
anymore.
it.
And then I'll do another perception.
Cool.
There you go.
That is a 17.
Okay, yes, you can see it. So you move 30 feet through the gold, and then you can see it about 15 feet away.
Great.
So you know where it is, but people will have to get to it. Great, you have a bonus
I'll
action.
just Jrmi, and I'll point at it. I don't know. If
Great.
You, yeah.
Jrmi,
How
it's your
far
turn.
away am I from it?
You moved, but you moved at half speed, so you're also probably about 15 feet away from you. Yeah, from where it is.
Okay, I think I just want to. It looks distracted, so I'm just gonna normal move over there.
Yeah, it's not paying attention. to you guys
Yeah.
at all
I'd
at
like
this
to
point.
normal
Yeah,
move over
uh-huh.
there and then put the box.
Great.
in
Yeah.
it.
So it is like kind of glossy looking chest, like almost as though it's like made from like amber or crystal or something like that. And you can see it has the latch and everything in the front. What do
I
you do?
want to put the box in it.
Okay. Yeah. So you can throw the latch open. I think you probably have to like spend the rest of your turn like taking your bag off
Yeah.
and like getting it out and like all this stuff. So yeah, you can throw it open and it like descends down into blackness. Like you open it up and it's almost like it has no bottom.
Okay.
But what was weird about it was that like you saw it go like fly through the
Yeah.
air, so you don't think it's like actually attached. It must be magical in
Yeah.
some way. And you look down this like long elevator shaft basically, and you can see some light coming up. There's like a stone floor and some kind of room with light, or some space, some chamber at the bottom of it. And then you hear a voice go, "Throw it down!" inside there.
I will do that.
That's awesome.
You can't this
Okay.
round. You can next
Next
round.
time. That's awesome.
All right, so the dragon fight continues. Thraxikar and Zarkozai kind of roll past the party, just like thrashing and limbs. You guys see like Zarkozai is like wrapped twice around the dragon because he's
Yeah.
longer, and just going to town with the
Yes.
claws. And they're like kind of biting back and forth like this. Every once in a while, Zarkozai will like shoot lightning, and the dragon will shoot lightning back, and it like has no effect
Looks
on
cool.
either one.
That looks awesome.
It looks
yeah.
really cool. And they roll and they toss the gold around. So anybody who's in the gold, I guess it was just everybody, needs to give me a strength saving throw, basically, to keep your feet and not get thrown by the crazy.
Do my boots have some kind of?
Yeah. It should be
Oh
better.
yes,
Yeah.
you have an advantage on these. Yep, that sounds good. So your boots like lock into
It's a
place.
strength
Theo.
save. You said.
Strength saving throw, but you have advantage. Yep.
Oh, my
no.
goodness.
Oh God.
You got. I got a mod 2.
Okay. So you are knocked prone and thrown about 10 feet in kind of a
Cool.
random direction. You just get like tossed
These
over.
boots don't do shit.
I got 12.
Val.
Just kidding.
Yeah, you're okay. How'd you do,
18.
Jrmi?
Oh.
Yeah, you're fine. You're like holding on to that chest. You're not going anywhere. They roll by. More consequently, however, they smash one of these pillars. So they hit the pillar, and it breaks, and then you see like dust and things start to
God.
come down from the
Why?
ceiling. Yeah. Now the room is held by 2 pillars, and it's like the one you're next to and the one on the opposite side of the room. Yeah.
Do we know where we came from even? Like, is there
There's like a crack in the ceiling.
crack in
Yeah.
ceiling?
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Val, it's your turn.
I'm gonna yell at Moss. Moss, follow me! And I'm gonna run straight towards Jrmi in the chest.
Cool. Great. Yeah, you guys can just slug your way over there. Jrmi has the box open and has like the chest open, the box in her hand, just kind of looking down, maybe like a little bit like, what's in here?
Yeah.
But it only takes your move to get there, and your bonus action to no, Moss will just follow you. I said he would specifically follow you. Is there anything you want to do when you get to them?
I mean, not really. I just want
Okay.
to, yeah,
hanging
because
out
I mean,
there, like-
Throw it in.
potentially we can like, I mean, if I can use an action, then I would like to throw the box in,
Yeah.
but like,
Just
yeah,
she's like holding it, you just like push it
yeah,
out.
I'm just
of
like,
her. Cool. So it goes out of Jrmi's hand and it like falls down the elevator shaft and like hits one of the walls once, hits the other wall, and then right before it would like fall into that chamber, you see a skeletal hand, very very small and faint, shoots out and grabs it, and then you hear pulls the hand back.
Okay.
all right,
Right.
Whoa.
cool.
Moss. Moss does nothing. He's just there next to you. Theo, it is your turn.
I'm gonna run up to the chest. I'll get up.
Okay,
Run
great.
to the chest.
I want to jump in the.
Did I hear that laugh?
You heard give me a perception. Maybe you did. I mean, there's like a dragon
Yeah,
fight
I mean,
happening
maybe
in
not.
the
And
room.
lightning going everywhere.
Yeah, and you got tossed anyway.
That's only a 5. There's no way I heard it. Yeah.
No. So you just like pull yourself out of the gold and see them both over there by the chest.
I'm gonna run over.
Right.
Can I run to the chest?
Yep.
Did we drop it?
You're there.
Yeah, we threw it in,
Yeah, it's in there. A skeleton hand grabbed it, and then
and
someone
then
laughed.
really maniacally laughed.
Can I look down there? Can I? Like, that didn't. You didn't feel good about that.
No, nope. It's not a great feeling.
Can I do an insight check?
Uh,
Can I do?
sure. I would say with disadvantage.
meta.
You didn't see any of this. It's
Yeah.
all hearsay,
Yeah.
right? You can look down the chest and see if you want to do a perception or something.
Okay. Can I? Yeah.
We could jump
do a
in
perception.
there.
Go for it.
I know, that's
Still
what I'm thinking
robot.
too.
I want to jump in there. That's
Yeah.
meta because I know what just happened, but that's
Because I also have this. I haven't got to use.
mod 20 with my
know.
perception.
Okay, great. You can look down, and it's a stone chamber of some kind, and you can see that there's like some kind of an inscription or something. There's a lot of like glowing lights in there, and you see just like the corner. So again, imagine you're looking like kind of through like a dumbwaiter, like a laundry chute. It's sort of like that, right? You can just see the corner of what looks like a carving on the stone floor down there. And you have seen a lot of wizards' labs before. This looks like some kind of a summoning circle or something like that. A lot of different colors of magical lights suggest to you there's lots of magical effects in that room. Your guess based on that would be this is like a wizard's lab that you just like dropped this thing into. Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
that's all I
Okay.
know. If y'all jump in there, Theo will probably follow you. But I don't know what
Cool.
you guys want to do. Yeah.
Well, we're either in this crumbling chamber or a wizard's lab. So
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm lawful good. I was doing what I was told, and now I don't feel good about it. So
Yeah.
now I want to not.
Jump in
I
there.
want to know what's happening.
I like it.
That's fine.
Great. Awesome. Then we are on to Jrmi.
Great. So
Bushee.
how far down does it look? Can I tell?
Perception.
18.
It doesn't look. It's not a real distance. It's like a magical distance. So it's kind of that like Alice in Wonderland stretch effect. Like the first time you looked in, it seemed kind of one way, and then when you shift your head, it looks way longer or way shorter. You actually have no idea. It could be 10 feet. It could be 100 feet. Like it's like a magical displacement kind of a thing. Yeah.
Okay. Then can I climb on your back?
Yeah, because it's that. So like, I mean,
Okay.
yeah, may as well.
I'm gonna climb on Val's back then.
Okay, great. You climb up onto Val's back. Cool. You're in position. Anything else you want to do?
Be like, let's just all go, huh?
Let's do it.
I don't feel good about it anymore. I don't know what's right.
We're jumping in.
Let's do it.
I see you on her back.
Yeah.
It is the dragon's turn. The dragon and the Behir. They continue to fight. There's more chaos. I need strength saving throws from the three of you as the gold's like flying around.
Crit.
Boom. Yeah, you're fine.
7.
5.
The two of you then, as you're discussing, are we getting like the gold mountain you're on kind of collapses to the
God.
side. You both sort of roll. Val like perfectly keeps her feet. It goes like slow mo maybe. You guys all like fall, and Val is just like staying there, like gold's flying by her.
I look like
looking,
a captain
super
on a
rad.
ship.
Yeah, exactly. Like this. You guys are both knocked 10 feet in a different direction. Oh, you have advantage.
I
Theo,
rolled
did
it.
you roll with advantage?
Oh no.
Terrible.
Oh God, it's
That you're thrown and partially buried under the gold. They roll past. They boom, hit another pillar.
God.
There's one pillar supporting this chamber. Pieces of stone start to come down from the ceiling around you guys. Val.
So they both went 10 feet in different directions?
Yeah,
Okay.
kind of thrown. I mean, probably the same direction, frankly, because if like the hill collapsed, then they would have like both rolled 10 feet that way. Yeah.
Damn. What I want to do, tell me if this is possible. I want to go, like, bring the chest with me towards them. Can you do that?
Sure.
Cool. Awesome. So
Yeah,
I'm going
that's
to
great. Pick it up.
pick up Moss, take the chest, gone over to those guys, be like,
Like hauling them both
exactly,
over.
yeah. Be like, all right, guys, grab on. You guys
Cool.
grab on?
I mean, yeah, because Jrmi got thrown off of your
Yeah,
back. Yeah, that
yeah.
makes sense. Okay,
should
cool.
get in, though.
So you can move a bonus action, like take those things and move
Yeah.
with them. You're now there with them. I would say as an action, either you could jump in or you could put someone inside, right? Like Moss or Jrmi or Theo or whoever.
Okay. Well, I'm going to jump in, and
Okay.
as my reaction, I'm going
Oh,
to cast
cool.
Featherfall.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I'm
So
into
it's
it.
for up
awesome.
to 5 of us.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
okay, perfect.
So, there you
Oh,
go.
it's
Great.
like an area?
So you
Yeah.
Oh, very
Yeah, you can get up to 5 targets, yeah. So you leap in, Val, and you just kind of disappear from view, and we will come back to you in a second. But, like, the drama of it,
Yeah.
right, is that, like, you jump in, like, let's go! Like into the garbage chute, flyboy, kind of a thing, right? You go down. Great. That's Val. Moss then will... Did you
I was
were
holding
you
on
holding
Moss,
him?
yeah.
Or okay, cool. So Moss is in there with you. Great. Theo,
Okay. He gets up.
you were tossed 10 feet, partially buried. You saw Val jump into the
He
chest.
gets up.
Yeah.
He looks back
Cool.
at Jrmi. Nods. Jumps in.
Great.
Maybe gulps before
so you
he
went
jumps
over and you
in,
leap
but
in.
Yeah.
You said what?
Yeah, he gulps maybe before he jumps in, but yeah.
Oh yeah, big cartoon gulp, and then you jump inside and disappear from view. Jrmi, you are the only one left.
I'm gonna close the chest, and I'm gonna.
That's such a Kate joke. Is like, I think I'm gonna heal the dragon. You know what I mean? Like, it's always some joke that's like not what you think.
Yeah, I guess I will jump in. I kind of want to take a gem and then jump in.
Just, like,
Ooh.
throw
Yeah,
a bunch
great.
of gold in there.
Yeah, there's all this money and no one has even
Shovel.
looked at it as gold.
A
Yeah.
handful of stuff in my bag.
I like it.
Jump
I
in.
like it.
Yeah, okay. And then jump in. So the last shot, like as you're closing the chest behind you, you see the dragon and the Behir slam into a pillar, and then just a sheet of rock comes down from the ceiling and buries the chest. Right? And you like and disappear into blackness, and that's where we'll take our 5-minute break.